Hi, I'm Christina. Welcome to The Void. We're here at Brewtality. We're at the pointy end of the evening. There's been a lot of rock and roll out here tonight. We've got Northern Territory's finest right here, Southeast Desert Metal. So you guys just hosted Rage. Can you tell us a little bit about that? You filmed it at home, is that right?
Yeah, we filmed it at the front yard, the backyard, and had a fire going there, outside lounge, and we put on the best heavy metal from 80s, to nowadays music. It was really good. It was an experience for us.
Was it fun? Yeah. What was your favourite song?
Anthem by Iset.
You got like a bit of the new wave of British heavy metal vibe, like the Judas Priest kind of thing. How did you guys get together?
Our family, actually. They're my two nephews, and
cool.
This is my other nephew here, and that's my cousin. I always taught these young fellas how to play. I used to be in a band before Southeast ever started. It's called Gingerwater Band, the community band, and I heard these young fellas here always listening to metal, so, I'm a metal fan myself, like Activism, Bon Scott is one of my idols, and...
He's a part of Australia and the fabric of Australian culture.
Yeah, he's a legend.
How long have you been playing and stuff?
Well, Chris grew me up, so I was living...
Forever?
I was living in the same house as him, and ever since he started playing heavy metal music in the house, I got brainwashed and I started getting into metal, so yeah.
It's cool to kind of, bring that sort of storytelling vibe, because it's part of, ancient Australian culture, the real culture. We're just a bunch of blow-ins. I'm a criminal. I came over here on a boat. That's my, history. It's really cool to see, the oldest culture, one of the oldest cultures in the world, kind of come through heavy metal. Yeah. What's the story of the song Suicide, for example?
Suicide is just a strong message to young people in our community, in our culture as well. A lot of them hang themselves, by doing drugs and stuff like that. So we're just trying to tell them, there's more opportunity out there,
What are the kind of most meaningful stories to you guys?
Some of them are based on, how Dreamtime stories as well, like the eagle, that's my grandmother's told them. Disturbing the Spirits is about people that's mining, and it's greed between Aboriginal and European, it's just greed, about money and wrecking our land, and that's the reason why we're trying to send that strong message out, so our people can hear it.
It's cool.
And European people can hear it, what we're crying out for, because...
We have a really ugly history. We did some, as white people, we did some really horrible things for literally hundreds of years, and it really bothers me that we had a Holocaust that we never talk about. It makes me really angry. This is the end of your tour, right?
We did NT tour up to Darwin and back down, and come back to Ellis, and then we headed up this way to the Brewtality Festival,
Well, you guys were the band of Melbourne, I'm told. Yeah. You were the buzz band of Melbourne, and that was the most intense audience of the whole night here too, so...
Have that experience, touring around with Heaven the X, and it was really a good honour to play with them the first night at Ballarat, and we really enjoyed it,
What's next for you guys? Are you guys making more music, or...?
Not a few, but a lot of new songs, coming up. And
what's the story of them?
It's about nuclear waste dump they're trying to put next to Alice Springs there, next to our place, about 50 k's out, and...
That's not okay.
So we just don't want that dump there, It's just wrecking our country, and we just don't want it there.
It's cool to be activist in your music as well. I think there's been a real dearth. If you look back to Midnight Oil and all that kind of stuff, they were actually saying shit about, about the land, about, well, we kind of live in a place where there's still a ruling class and the rest of us, and it's been really, really messed up for a really long time. And I mean,
is, that's our hunting ground, and our generation's going to be going there and hunting, we hunt for food there, like kangaroos or, bush tucker, and our culture and language is still strong, I can even speak it myself.
Yeah, you can. Can you guys speak the language? Yeah. How many languages are there? up there?
A lot. So, but it's different, tribes and where Nuna Aranda Map Map, Marinya Map.
What does that mean?
We're Aranda people from Aranda land.
Awesome.
So, and I've tried, sing, I've sing a couple of them songs in language, but just that we sound like German accent.
So it's way more exotic than dumb old English.
Just sort of, felt a bit ashamed about it, and I don't know. But maybe one of the, a couple of songs we might do it.
We should learn the language, man. They should teach it in school.
I do sing cultural music as well, leading young men, all painted up, and they do, dress up, we paint them up. And
what basically Chris is saying, like, it's really good to share the culture with the younger ones as well, because they're the future,
Well, our cultural music is still strong in Central Australia and in Alice Springs, all around. So it's passed down to generation. It still goes today, after 40,000 years old. That music is still passed down to us, like the lyrics and stuff like that.
What was the first story you learnt as a young person?
The first thing I learned from my family was, they taught me how to hunt, and
Very practical.
and
You gotta eat.
and survive, survive in the bush, So if, and plus, the artwork and the music.
Do you guys you hunt for food and stuff? That's cool.
Yeah.
How hard is it to catch a kangaroo?
Oh, we chase them with cars, shoot them with rifle,
That's so badass. I think like the whole thing with violence in the world and, it's not actually about religion. It's about a bunch of people not feeling connected to their land and not connected to each other. And, I think the same reason you shoot up a movie theater is why you blow up, strap a bomb to yourself. It's people not having any connection to our culture and not feeling the land and not feeling the family or not feeling any of that. I think that's the problem with the world, is not having that connection. And if we actually paid attention to the cultures that are much older and better than ours, we wouldn't be so stupid.
The only thing I can say is, never mind what colour we are, but our blood is the same.